All right, here we are at Unit 2006 over here in Savannah Crossing. Just going to do a quick walkthrough for you so you can get an idea of the condition of the property and what work we need to do. So first thing I notice is when you walk in, you see the fan. There's no light, so you got no light in the living room. So my suggestion would be either to see if we can find a light kit for this fan, or just replace the fan entirely and get one with a new one that has a light on it. So fans aren't that expensive. You could probably find one for $100 and have it installed for not that much money, maybe $50 for somebody to install it. So we've got the vinyl plank flooring downstairs, which is definitely a plus. At first glance, when I walked in here, the paint looked okay, but then the more I started looking at it, the more I started noticing a lot of scuff marks on the wall. There's even more upstairs in the bathroom, or in the bedrooms, rather. So that's something that I would suggest we do, is we at least paint the walls and the ceilings. We could probably refrain from painting the trim in the doors because that looks okay. But definitely I would paint the walls and the ceiling. So the other thing is the unit needs to be cleaned. It's dirty. You can kind of see, the tenant left stuff behind. They did okay on the refrigerator, but they left some stuff in the freezer. You see, like, they didn't really clean the oven. They left a dirty pan in there. So you've got some light bulbs throughout that need to be replaced, which isn't a big deal. Again, tenant left some of their trash and belongings behind. So in the downstairs bathroom, I noticed there's a stain on the ceiling. I don't know if it's an active leak or an old leak, but there's definitely, whoever did the sheetrock did not do a very good job on it. They didn't do any kind of texturizing or anything, so you can clearly tell, even if you painted it, that there was a leak there. So that sheetrock needs to be repaired correctly, and probably make sure that there is no active leak either before you repair that and repaint it. So let's see. So the tenant left their bed in here. So you can see there's little scuff marks and stuff on the wall throughout. So the other thing is, first thing I noticed when I walked in is that there's no bar top here. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it got broken a while ago and they just put a board on top of it and painted it. But that was the first thing I noticed. A lot of kids put bar chairs here and use that bar. So that's kind of a disadvantage, I think, when we're competing against other units, not having that bar top. The other thing I noticed is that the countertops are stained, probably permanently. It just happens with these laminate countertops over time. So one thing we could do is we could change these laminate countertops out and then add a bar top there. It really wouldn't be that expensive. You can get pretty good looking laminate Formica countertops for pretty cheap. You could probably get this whole thing for all the material, maybe $300 to $400, and then probably about the same to install it. So it would make a big difference in how the place looked. So the next thing I noticed is the carpet is pretty dirty. Maybe be able to get away with deep cleaning it possibly, but it's pretty worn. So I would say if you have the money in the budget to replace it, I would recommend it. But if not, we can try to just go ahead and get it cleaned. So you can just kind of see it's really matted down, and there's a lot of just kind of dark stains in it throughout. You can see in the bedroom up here, there's a lot more, markings on the wall and stuff from furniture. So also this bathroom vanity is missing a doorknob, not a big deal. The drain stop is broken in this one. This whole towel rack is dented. It's just little stuff, but when you get enough little stuff, it kind of tends to turn people off. So it's all stuff I would recommend just replacing because it's inexpensive and little things can make a big difference in how the unit shows. So you can see here, got more scuffs on the wall. So here we are in the upstairs back bedroom. So, and you got a little bit of staining on the ceiling. I don't know what that's from, but that's why I think the ceilings need to be painted. So, and also, I noticed this thing, it doesn't work. So this drain stop probably needs to be replaced. Again, it's an inexpensive thing. So the window in this bathroom, and the reason I had a feeling this would be a problem is because the one in Dorrit's was also an issue. So it does not stay open. There's something wrong with it. Let's see. So you probably need to have a window guy come and look at that. It's not expensive to fix that. I have a window repair guy that I use, and he could probably fix that for pretty inexpensive. And you know, it's going to come up in a home inspection, so might as well deal with it prior to listing. So, and then also the AC is the original, so I would also recommend having the AC cleaned and serviced, and probably the air filter in the attic needs to be changed. It's a 6-month filter, so I'd recommend changing that just to make sure there's no issues with the AC that happens during the home inspection. Just make sure the AC is running it, running well. With it being an older unit, it needs to be taken care of. Otherwise, they might come back. Buyers might come back with try to get a big discount if something comes up on the home inspection with the AC. So that's it. I mean, main thing is just paint, these countertops, fixing some little things, and then either cleaning or replacing the carpet and just having the condo cleaned. I can coordinate all this stuff for you. I've done it plenty of times for people. I don't mind doing it, but I think it will help us to sell the unit much easier. I think if we do this stuff, we'll get a good price for it. I think it'll sell kind of quick. It's an in unit, so that's a big plus, and it's vacant, so that's a big plus too. But anyway, I'll send this to you, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.